Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and I'm here with another week in my life. This time, spring break. It's actually a little over halfway through my spring break already, but I didn't film this intro before I started, and I wanted to fill you in really quickly on what I've been doing. On Sunday night, I went down to my family's in Utah because on Monday morning I left to St. George for a camping trip with my sister and her kids. She has 4 kids and we took them, just the 2 of us, on a camping trip to Snow Canyon State Park. We ended up going for 2 nights and like 3-ish days. So Monday was really just like a travel day and setting up the campsite, and then Tuesday was our big day of hiking, exploring stuff. And then Wednesday, we got up, we did 1 hike in the morning, and then we packed up and we left. I stayed Wednesday night at my parents' and then drove home Thursday, which is today. So I did film some clips while we were in St. George. I didn't do like a ton, like I wasn't fully vlogging, but I did take some clips. I just didn't want to like get her kids' faces in a video and stuff like that. So I just took some stuff here and there where I felt like I could. So yeah, it's not a full-on vlog of those days, but I'm going to go ahead and insert all of that here, so roll the clips. Now that you've had the update on what I've been up to, today when I got home, I actually ended up booking a haircut very last minute. If you watched my last video, you'll know I went and got my haircut and it was not great. I went to one of the beauty schools around here and they just, like, it wasn't even the same length on the 2 sides. And it was one of those things where I felt like maybe I was going slightly crazy because I kept asking people and they're like, I mean, I guess maybe it is, but it was driving me crazy. Every time I looked in the mirror, I was just like, that is so not the same length. And it wasn't really what I was looking for, and it just felt really choppy. And so I ended up just finding literally whatever salon I could that could get me in either today or tomorrow. Ended up booking one for today. And I went in and it went really good. She evened it out. She was like, yeah, I had to cut almost an inch off of the one side, and then she evened out some stuff on this side. Gave me some actual layers, which was the goal when I went to the other place. So we kept them pretty long because I do pull my hair up a lot, but it's like actual layers this time. And then we did some long face framing. Everything looks a little shorter because we styled it with my natural curls, which she like walked me through how she did this. So I really think this summer I want to try and figure out actually how to style and wear my natural curls and see if I can revive them a little bit, because when I was a kid I had a very curly hair and I feel like it's gone a bit flat, and I am sure that's partially just because I never style it like curly properly, and I definitely like straighten it and stuff a lot, but that will be something I will attempt over the summer, and I think having the like layers and shorter hair will probably help. Although I do definitely think I'll probably grow my hair out because I was really enjoying the long hair. So luckily we didn't have to go so short to fix the issue, so it shouldn't take me too long to get it back feeling long. My hair grows actually really fast, but Like I said, it's now Thursday afternoon. I don't have a ton of plans. I am going to probably spend the rest of this evening reading. I've got Wolfworm, T. Kingfisher's latest release, on Libby. I managed to get first in line and just like immediately borrow it when they added it to my library, so I'm very excited about that, but I do want to make sure I read it in a timely manner because I know there's quite a few people after me in line. So I'm starting this book, or I started this book, and I'm going to continue reading this tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm not entirely sure what my plans are. I need to like edit a video. I'm just reached the part of my spring break where I'm really going to chill and try and get myself rejuvenated so that I'm ready for the next 2 months of work with basically no breaks. The last little bit after spring break out of school is always the worst because there's so much testing and then all of the end of year craziness, and you have no breaks left until summer, and so it just feels really long. But my goal is just to get rested. I'm very tired. Camping with kids is kind of a lot when you have like a high amount of kids for not many adults ratio. So I'm feeling tired. I'm ready for a couple days of just being super chill. My husband was amazing and he like deep cleaned the house while I was gone, so I don't really have to do any of that, which will be so nice. But I'm gonna read and I will check in with you guys later. It is time to end this video off. I'm trying to think of when the last time was that I talked to you. I think it was right after I got my haircut, but it's been a few days. I've been filming some clips here and there. This video's been going for a very long time, I think, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. Last night I actually started working on a little bit of a project. At the beginning of this year, I set a goal to finish a project every month. I haven't been doing great at that, so I decided I need to really like make myself do it. Starting with a quilt that I've been trying to finish for years now. Like, I started this quilt before I got married, and I've been married for like 5.5 years, so it has been so long that I just like keep putting this away in a closet and not getting around to finishing it. But what happened was I started trying to sew the trim on around the edge. That's like the last thing I need to do, and I sewed it on wrong, and so then I needed to unpick, like I was doing like a bias tape type thing, and I sewed on one side wrong, so then I needed to unpick it so that I could redo the whole thing. I'm almost done unpicking it. That's what I was working on last night. I started an audiobook. I started listening to The Boy Who Didn't Come Home. It's the little novella that goes in between the Hazelwood and whatever the name of the second book is. So working my way through that book. I have like 30 minutes left of it, and I have, I don't know, maybe that much left to unpick. So I will be finishing that tonight, but that's not going to be part of this vlog. And I'm trying to think if there's any other updates for you guys. I've decided, I showed a little bit of this, but I decided that I'm going to start instituting Sunday night game nights. I try really hard to stay off social media for the most part on Sundays, which then means that I have a lot of extra time. And so I want to start playing board games. My family did this when I was a kid. We would, like, after dinner, we would do board game nights on Sunday nights. And I want to start doing that. The only tricky part is that it's just me and my husband, and there's not a lot of board games that we have right now that you can do two-person. So if you have any suggestions of good two-person games, let me know, because we could use some. But we ended up picking Pandemic, which I am not convinced that game is possible. Like, I don't think we've ever managed to follow all of the rules and beat the game. It just is so hard. So if any of you know the strategy behind winning Pandemic, I am unconvinced. And maybe it's just that you truly do need all 4 players, but I don't think we've even ever won the game with 4 players. So I don't know, if you're looking for a very difficult strategy game, check out Pandemic, because it is so hard to win. You like play on a team and you're trying to basically like control the disease before it breaks out too much, and I think it's impossible. I am done with spring break now. It's Monday morning right now. I'm headed back to work, so we're gonna wrap up this spring break video here, and I will check in with you guys in another video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.